Hey everybody, we have a 5-alarm fire at the Department of Justice. I don't like to be alarmist, but this is a crisis and you need to know what's going on. I'm Liz Oyer, the former pardon attorney for the Department of Justice. The Justice Department is the largest law enforcement agency in our country. It has enormous power to investigate, prosecute, and jail people. If those powers are misused, it puts us in danger and it can ruin lives. Over the last few months, I've been telling you about the dominoes that are falling inside the Department of Justice. First, it was Trump's appointment of his personal attorneys to run the place, like it's his personal law firm. Then it was the mass firings of career experts who stood in the way of the president's political agenda. Then all the guardrails were removed, oversight of ethics, professional responsibility, transparency. Then came the illegal appointments of unqualified U.S. attorneys to prosecute the president's enemies and protect his friends. Then Trump let it be known that the department is open for business and the money started pouring in. Cases were dismissed against those who paid well-connected lawyers like Pam Bondi's brother. Pardons were doled out to donors and supporters. Now, all of this is coming to a head. On Friday, Trump forced out the chief prosecutor in Virginia because he couldn't find evidence to indict 3 of Trump's enemies, Adam Schiff, Letitia James, and James Comey. Then Donald Trump demanded that Pam Bondi prosecute them anyway. He said they're guilty as hell and she better make it happen. It is a cardinal rule of our justice system that prosecutors have to follow the facts and the law. But the president is now explicitly instructing them not to do that. The question for all Americans now is, where does this end? Is Donald Trump going to start ordering prosecutions of all those who criticize him? All those who didn't vote for him? Is he going to start jailing his enemies en masse? We also need to remember that the Department of Justice is responsible for keeping us safe. But Trump has filled the place with people who have no idea how to do that. And he is prioritizing political vendettas ahead of public safety and national security. We all need to speak up and push back against this loudly and urgently before it's too late.